think I'm ready to record.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
Oh.
I almost counted down again. I don't know how to do this. Oh, it's my first time. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 120 of Ignore the Backlog podcast. I am very confident in that number. My name is TheRealPortz, and EvilSpaceBunny is here, giggling at me. Bunny?
Hi, I'm here.
How you doing?
That was pretty good. I like the vote of confidence in the middle of that segment.
Yeah, sometimes you're so confident you just have to let everyone know verbally that you are.
You're just like, I have it.
Otherwise, they
this.
won't know because you're a robot and you don't know how to convey that.
Oh shit, you're right. It's true. I get accused of being a robot all the time at work.
At work?
At work, no joke.
Don't you work remotely? Everyone's a fucking robot at that job.
I work remotely, but like...
There's just fucking ones and zeros coming through the screen.
Shit.
Might as well be fucking texting AI.
You're fucking right. You're 100% right. I'm just a bunch of fucking numbers just being typed in the thing every time I say hi there. Ooh, hiccup. Hi there to a customer. They're like...
Wow, strangely flawed of you, robot.
Oh, no! It's breaking down the machine. Anyway.
No, I mean, you have to write in some of those flaws. Otherwise, it reaches the uncanny valley and you can't, unsee that.
Oh, God. What are some robots that are in, like, TV shows that have flaws? I think R2-D2 being a sassy motherfucker. And then C-3PO also being a sassy robot. I think robots naturally...
Just being a whiny little bitch, I think C-3PO is, yeah. He's like, Anakin walks on set and he's like, I can outdo that.
Anakin's going to complain about sand? Well, I could complain about everything else.
The only saving grace for C-3PO in fucking Star Wars is that Jar Jar Binks exists.
Oh, God.
Otherwise, everyone would be like, what the fuck is up with C-3PO?
You know
how stupid he is. Do you remember his puns in the fucking Clone Wars? It's like, he got his head detached, and he's like, and it fell next to his body. He was like, I'm quite beside myself right now. Who was that joke for, C-3PO? Who was it for? It was in the middle of a deadly battle. What the fuck?
Disney has to be like, oh shit, C-3PO is just about to get axed, but we gotta make a joke so it's lighthearted and everybody knows that he's okay.
Yeah. Well, it is a movie for children, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Gotta get them laughing, giggling on the couch.
Reassure the children.
While they witness Jedi genocide.
Meanwhile, if they were Jedi, they would be slaughtered.
Yes. But laughing the whole way.
We're fucking
because they don't understand what's happening. Because we're not real with kids.
It's true. This is now the anti-children Star Wars podcast.
Wait a minute. Let's not say put anything out there where you can let your children listen to this show is what I'm trying to say. We need as many listeners as possible.
Oh my God.
Please. They'll listen to stuff on repeat forever.
It's true.
It works out real good for content creators.
It's great. Yeah, like my little
We can
brother.
get a Fisher Price sponsorship. It's going to be good.
Oh, God, that'd be awesome. So we could have shitty sound effects with, like, Fisher Price toys. Holy fuck. That'd be so good.
Where do you hear such colorful language? Ignore the Backlog podcast.
Ignore the Backlog podcast told me that
about
NFTs
video
are
games.
bad, and Tim Sweeney's stupid, and Fortnite sucks.
Portz says that Jar Jar Binks is a bastard. What does that mean, Mommy?
EvilSpaceBunny talks about Todd Howard a lot, and I don't understand why she calls all these men her boyfriends.
Mom, I want a video game sugar daddy. Oh, no. We are going to start censoring your content.
That'd be the worst.
Bunny?
Yes.
How was your week?
It was
Did
chaotic.
you play anything fun?
I did, actually. I played a bunch of games. I found so many bugs this week, it's stupid, in 3 different games. It's so
Okay, I know the first one because there's a viral tweet of Dying Light
Oh, so
going
bad.
out there. I assume. I haven't checked on the numbers or anything. I just
wish.
assume it's viral by now
Oh God, that'd be
because
great.
it's haunting.
It's so haunting. That clip of poor Kevin losing his mind in Dying Light 2. I was playing Slime Rancher and I fell through the world my very first day. I wasn't even doing anything. I was just walking and then I just fucking glitched through the whole world and died. And then I was playing this other game. Thomas was alone.
Wait, Slime Rancher is like an old game,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you expect it from the new ones, but the old ones is like,
No.
oh, they didn't
Yeah.
fix that?
Every time I alt-tabbed out of Thomas was alone, it was a risk. And it would crash and it would just sit there. And like be an outline. And I'm like, cool, this is awesome. This is a fully finished game. And I find the shit shows of everything. I'm just a bug collector, I guess. I should just get a case and I should print off each bug that I find in a video game and I put it on my fucking wall or some shit. Anyway.
You could mint NFTs of bugs and games.
Holy shit, that's actually kind of a meta idea.
Not a bad idea.
I fucking hate it, but I kind of love it.
Do you know how much people would have paid for the fucking Wizard on the Moon meme?
Oh my
right now?
God, yeah. Holy fuck.
Big shit.
Capitalize on this. We may get into No, I'm kidding. Anyway, so I did play a lot of
Wait. Are we recording? Hold
Are we
on.
recording?
We'll do it under different names.
Strike it.
Keep talking about video games.
Hide it. We can all be anonymous. Anyway, so I did play a few games.
You know what Bunny and I both really like is not ripping off people. You can trust us.
You can trust us for money. So I played all these indie games because they're short and they're cute and they're sweet. I played this weird one called Katharsis, and it makes you feel, and it's very fucking weird, and it's just a weird...
Well, it better make you feel because it's called Katharsis and not Katharsis,
Katharsis.
right?
Yeah, you're right. It is Katharsis.
Oh.
I'm not looking at my list. I'm sorry. But I played through this.
I'm not looking at your list either. I just said something that sounded like something else. I wasn't correct.
It is Katharsis. You're right. Now that I think about it. But
that's harder to spell, so I'm kind of mad about that, actually.
it is. So this game is weird. It's very meta. It's just a walking simulator, but also gets really fucking in-depth. And, like, it's like a teenager at the, during the Iraq War, and like all of a sudden it goes to that setting, and it's just fucking weird, and it's just, I have no idea how to explain this game other than just it's an odd experience, but it was cool, except for the part where you had to open 200 drawers, and that's actually the mechanic of the game.
What?
I don't know. I was losing
200 drawers?
Yes. These
Are
drawers.
you ransacking a mansion?
It feels
what
like
the fuck
it,
are you
but
talking
it's
about?
just a big white room with all these cabinets, and you just open them like a mad person. So I was like literally running and spamming E along the walls while just like ignoring what I was doing in the game and just talking to chat.
Interesting.
I played this other one called Only If. It is a weird. I'm gonna spoil this one entirely. You're a dude who's on a bad trip, and so since you're tripping balls, all this weird shit is happening to you in the game. Like it.
Oh, so it's a Far Cry game.
Yeah, kind of, except way worse. And you're tripping balls, and like all this weird shit's happening to you. Things are turning into other things. It is very meta. It mentions like Inception and like a bunch of other like real life things that are happening. But anyway, this guy is trying to prevent you.
It mentions Inception as a concept or the movie?
The movie. And then it turns
What?
into Inception, the concept, because the room literally turns
Oh.
upside down. And
I see.
and this guy is trying to prevent you from seeing this girl, and you're like really determined to like hang out with this girl and bang her. And then you find out towards the very end that she's your sister. You're related to her. And she's your stepsister or something. It wasn't fully made clear, and I'm like, oh, so this is 12 minutes before 12 minutes was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like 11 minutes.
It was like 11 minutes.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess it makes sense, right?
Right.
Like, apparently this most popular porn category, and
Anyway, so next,
Might as well do what's popular.
I played Thomas Was Alone, which is another puzzle game. I was kind of into puzzle games this week, which is walking sims and puzzle games. And I played.
Sounds like a blast.
Yeah, Thomas Was Alone was fun at first because it's like very meta and kind of fourth wall breaky.
Is Thomas Was Alone the little shape one?
Yes.
The little blocky
Yes,
you do?
with blocks, and you're moving the blocks. They all do their own thing.
I remember that being a very big deal when it came out.
Yeah, and it was great because it reminded me of the book Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy with like the narrator and like how philosophical it feels and like coming to self with these AIs coming alive. And then it overstayed its welcome. Okay, you know I love short games. I don't mind longer games. However, this game became monotonous and tedious. It was fun at first.
Oh.
It was really great, but it should not be as long as it is. I did not finish it because I was so fucking over it. I was not having fun, and like the puzzles was just the same set of stairs and doing the same actions 30,000 times, and then you would do it again on the next level, and I'm like, this is it. This is fucking stupid. And I'm literally probably like 2 stages away from the end, but I cannot bring myself to touch it right now because it was just like the last hour. It shouldn't be fucking 5 hours. It should probably be 3 hours. And like this whole second phase of like new AI that they introduce at the end, it shouldn't exist. It shouldn't exist. It's so it just like it's overstayed its welcome. I'm really sad about that.
That blows.
Yeah.
It really sucks when an indie game does that because publishers, put pressure on people. But
right.
if it's an indie game, it's like, who'd you do this for? Just fucking.
Yeah.
You're just a crazy person that no one's saying no to. Like, fucking reel it in.
Yeah, and like, if it wasn't me having to make stairs for 30 to 40 minutes, it would have been fine. I think I would have been okay. I
want to propose a new type of DLC.
What?
Okay, a new type of DLC which actually takes content away from the game, where I pay $15 and I get to finish your game 2 hours earlier.
I would do that, honestly.
Deal?
Yeah, deal. Like, honest, I don't mind short games, and I don't mind games that are a little longer, as long as they don't overstay their welcome. Definitely overstays its welcome, and I feel bad because, like, my friend Star suggested it to me, and she absolutely loves this game, but, like, I just fucking lost. As somebody who has ADHD, I could hyper focus on things. I couldn't do it anymore. I was just like, this is fucking stupid. I can't. And I literally just like, I fucked up the thing and I was going to have to start over. And I was like, no. And I just alt F4'd. We played double staggers until I calmed down. It was so bad. But, and then Dying Light. That's probably the last one I'm going to talk about. But Dying Light 2 finally came out. After it's been delayed since 2020. It was supposed to come out in 2020. And I got delayed for 2 years. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's probably a good thing. I probably could use more polish. So I am having fun. I will say that. The story is there's a lot of
it's good to brace it with that. I like it, but
the story's interesting. So you're a brother trying to find his sister, and like you were experimented on. It like hints at it at the very beginning. I'm not giving away
I thought you were
spoilers.
gonna say they were experimenting together. And I was like, oh Jesus, here we go.
Well, no, but
what?
How I thought I'd get you with that. But however, there's like I've done like 4 or 5 like side missions, and they're all like brother and sister interactions, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, there's this one where a brother and sister are fighting. You have to go find her boyfriend and save him. And then there's almost the exact same quest where it's a sister locked up in their apartment, and she yells at you and she's screaming about how much her brother sucks. She's like, yeah, my brother locked me in here. I just want to go be with my boyfriend. He lives here. Can you go find him for me? And I'm like, this is fucking weird. Why are there all these like brother sister fucking meta shit? And I'm like, this makes me uncomfortable. I don't know why. There's like, it's just very odd. That I just
Can I just say that I feel like maybe it's because I come from a big family, but I don't know what the sibling relationship is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like there are people, they're strangers that hang out with my mom, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I'm close with my brother and well, one of them. But I don't know. I don't think we would be having conflicts like these people are. They're like, you shouldn't hang out with them and blah, 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 or whatever. It's just fucking weird.
That was weird.
I locked him in this place because I figured he would die. And it's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Demon child. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it seems like the brothers are always the asshole in both like the stories that I found and like a few other things. It's just fucking weird. But I will say this, all the bugs that I found, and they're working on patching it, and there's been a lot of patches that have been pushed out over the week. I have found at least 3-4 bugs. One of them when I was vaulting. So the best thing about Dying Light and what I loved about that game was the fucking movement, the fluidity, and the combat. It all felt fucking good. That's the only thing that kept me going in that game. However,
it was a nice refreshing pace from like a break from Dead Island where everything was rigid and stiff as fuck.
Yeah. It felt really fucking good. This one feels a little stiff, but you get actions as you level up. You don't automatically get some of them. It's very frustrating and it's kind of sad. But so I'm slowly unlocking everything, but I've gotten stuck between like vaulting areas. I've gotten stuck hanging on things, and even though I run out of stamina, I'm still hanging on things. That has caused me to die multiple times. My biggest favorite one is Kevin losing his fucking head. And I can't turn in that quest still. Every time I go back there at night, even though I've rebooted my game multiple times, Kevin is just in need of an exorcism, which is just the best. I've seen other people now that
it's just a side quest, right?
Yeah, it's just a side quest, so it's not that big of a deal. But like other people that I've talked to, like Kurt's in my chat, he's playing it on the PlayStation, and he fell through the world, and then his whole world got corrupted, and so he lost his entire save file. And like, so he had to start over.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he lost 15 hours. He was like,
now that is a game breaking bug.
Yeah.
That's not good.
That's not good.
That's real bad.
Yeah, so their last patch that they just put out implemented a backup system. So it has a backup save just in case you lose your entire save file. But yeah, I'm going to keep playing it, obviously. I'm hoping that the bugs continue to get fixed, but it feels like I'm playing a Bethesda game. I don't give a shit what anybody else says. They're like, oh, Bethesda's way worse than this. Not from what I've experienced. Not from what I've fucking experienced. But anyway, enough about my fucking games. What did you play this week?
Please, Jesus Christ. All right. Have you ever heard of a little game called Dota 2?
I was excited for 2 seconds. Then you bring back Dota.
So, look, I've been taking a bunch of time to play Dota for this league thing that I'm doing.
No, that's fair.
And it paid the fuck off.
It did pay off.
Because guess who won the first series of the upper bracket playoffs? Fucking your boy in the BBA, all right?
BBA. Bridge Burners
the
Anonymous.
BBA. Yeah, Big Beautiful Anonymous.
Big Beautiful. Oh, I like that better. But, you know, Bridge Burning, Big Beautiful, same thing.
Yeah. I've spent most of my time doing that. However, Saturdays are sacred, and we play Grounded on those days.
Oh, yeah. How's the new update for Grounded?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Real good. The sandbox we've conquered pretty much. Yeah, right at the last second, actually. We stayed up late on, actually, Sunday.
Oh, wow.
To do some of that. And there was like a fun little puzzle with, I won't spoil how they do it exactly in case other people are playing the game, but there's a secret treasure item in the sand that you know about.
Yeah.
Like it's not a spoiler to say that. But how you have to find it was really fun. And unlike anything they've done in the game so far. So
Okay.
the innovation is dope. We found a new boss fight. It's awesome. That game is great. And probably one of my favorite like early access things I've ever encountered. Like the updates are frequent enough and substantial enough that it feels worth going back to.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. Edward Scissorhands, is he still poking the cactuses? Is this still full of monsters?
He's stabbing them, yeah. Slicing them up.
He's just slicing,
They keep
dicing.
growing back faster than it's kind of like did they do that bit in what's that movie called? The fucking Jim Carrey's God movie.
Bruce Almighty?
Bruce Almighty, where his hair grew back too quickly or something. I don't know. But they're growing back too fast. That was the joke.
Fair.
I also booted up a couple games for a couple minutes.
Okay.
Well, like 2 hours each.
Oh, okay. That's more than a couple minutes.
I was trying to play Dungeon Siege again, the first one, because it's my favorite
Oh,
fucking
it's
game. Well, it's not my favorite game,
it's
but I
so
fucking
good.
love that game. And I'm obsessed with this idea. It's kind of a more modern idea of like playing the game from really different builds and like limitations.
Right.
I think there's a lot of fun and different shit you could do just for fun. No one gives a fuck about this game.
Right.
Which is usually what drives that innovation. Like RuneScape, like people lock themselves to a piece of content or something because, you know, people want to see people, you know, succeed at the game in ways that no one's ever attempted before.
Right.
And they do that because a lot of people are going to watch them. I'm just doing it alone, quietly.
Because it's fun.
Yeah, hopefully. But the problem is I modded the game and broke it, and then I got bored of trying to do that. So, fuck modding old games sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know how my roommate does it. Like, Zach is so meticulous with his mods. He'll spend like 4 to 6 hours modding Fallout 4 and then getting it to work, and then he only plays for like an hour after like spending all that time getting it to work.
That's what I realized halfway through modding. I'm like,
What's
do
wrong
I
with
even
you?
like I see too far into the future. I'm like, no, this is not going to pay off. And then I stop. So instead, I booted up vanilla Neverwinter Nights.
Ooh, okay.
Well, the enhanced edition.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I've never played it before. And I was like, this is Dungeon Siege-like. Actually, this is the game everyone was talking about when I was playing Dungeon Siege. And I was like, no, Dungeon Siege is good. And it is pretty good.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not playing multiplayer or doing any of the things that people thought it was good for. But I think it's fun. I think it's a fun little, I don't know. It looks enough like Dungeon Siege. I'm just tricking my brain to think I'm playing Dungeon Siege now. But this is a mod, right?
Yeah, it's a modded Dungeon
So
Siege.
different.
Yeah, no. Neverwinter Nights is it's definitely its own. I guess it like inspired a lot of RPGs and a lot of modern RPGs.
Oh yeah. Oh, it certainly inspired the rest of BioWare's games.
Oh,
You can see it
absolutely.
immediately in their fucking storytelling. Holy shit! There's
Yes.
some line by line dialogue I think that's used in fucking KOTOR, which is like, oh my god, you succeeded in the training in 2 weeks. No one's ever done that before. That's you're the best at training. Let's get you out there and see what you can do. And in KOTOR, they're like, no one has mastered the ways of the Force. They're like, all they did was add the word Force. That's all they fucking did when they wrote that story. Like, they just put the word Force in different places, and Jedi and space.
Yeah, I was gonna say BioWare was definitely inspired by Neverwinter Nights and Baldur's Gate.
Well, they made it, but yeah,
well, yeah.
they'd never changed is
Yeah.
the thing that's driving me insane about it. But they even use some of the same fucking sound indicators. Like I think journal entries make the same boop from this game to KOTOR. It's kind of crazy.
I guess I didn't realize that. Holy shit. Okay,
Yeah, it's very strange.
it's been a while.
So it's like a weird blast from the past thing that I've never experienced, but I kind of have. It's weird. I think I'm gonna keep playing it, like for realsy.
Do it. It's a good game. If you've never played through Neverwinter Nights, you should at least do it once.
Yeah, I did a bad thing about this game, which is reading other people's reviews. Most of them are like, the fucking single player is terrible. So I ignored it for a long time.
Yeah.
But then I realized a lot of people said that about Dungeon Siege also. And I don't care what people have to say.
Yeah.
I like generic RPGs, I guess.
They're wrong.
Yeah. Because it's like, who cares? It's just a fun little whatever. It is what it is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
No twisties here. Now, this note I have written down, and it says, Marvel's Guardians of... Who gives a fuck?
Oh, you played the Guardians of the Galaxy game? The one that everybody was like, oh my god, this game is so amazing, and it won a bunch of awards.
It won Best Narrative?
I think it won Best Narrative, yeah.
It did, because they changed their Steam icon to the Game Awards Best Narrative.
Oh, shit, okay.
Unless they're just ripping that off. That'd be amazing.
Oh my god, could you imagine? How meta would that be, is to fake getting an award? I fucking want to make that my Twitter
let me say this.
Twitter
that would be
profile.
possible, developers,
Yeah.
publishers,
Yeah.
on the Epic platform. They have no curation.
They
On
don't.
Steam, you'd get, people would see it's overwhelmingly negative. But on the Epic platform, you can do it. This game is received widely by people I trust, I listen to. They say, oh, I don't even like Guardians of the Galaxy, which is the boat I'm in, and I still loved it.
Really? Okay.
Here's my question to those people. What?
Can you repeat that?
What?
It sounded way more dramatic the second time. Holy fuck, that was good.
I got practice.
Oh, okay, you got practice and you got it all in and nailing it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm only 2 hours in, so I can't fairly judge this game.
Okay.
But yes, I can. It does have... Maybe I'm tired of Marvel, to be honest. Because it has that quippy, everyone's making a quip all the time.
Yeah.
Which I used to find endearing because not all movies are like that. But now all movies are like that.
Yeah.
So...
You're going to have some sass.
I find it a little exhausting.
Nothing
Yeah.
serious.
And it's also a little weird because it's like, I like Bradley Cooper as Rocket, and he's not in it. And I like Chris Pratt as Star-Lord. He's not in it. They're not bad. They're just obvious facsimiles of what they're supposed to be.
Yeah. It's not the same.
Which, I wish I was a kid again. Because when I played Star Wars Episode 1 on the PlayStation 1, when I went to go revisit it, I was shocked. Because I was like, I swear to Christ, when I was a kid, I heard the voice actors do it. But they didn't. They're just regular guys who don't sound anything like the guys from the movies.
Maybe you were just trying to remember it with like rose tinted glasses and you just like, kind of.
I think I was just a stupid kid that didn't give a shit. I was just so ecstatically playing at PS1.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't believe that someone allowed me to touch a video game. And now I have 750 games on Steam. Yeah. So I want to force myself to keep playing it because I have to know what people are talking about with the narrative of this game.
Okay.
It doesn't feel like anything right now. I don't know. We're just on a caper, and I don't care about anything so far. That's pretty much it.
I mean, okay. You can keep playing it until you get angry about it some more.
It'll when I said Fear 3 took me 10 years to beat, this will be one of those. So I'll see you in 2032.
2032.
We'll talk about
Episode
Marvel's
500.
Guardians of Who Gives a Fuck.
Guardians of Who Gives a Fuck. Damn. Okay. I've been wanting that because I love.
Yeah, don't buy that. Do not buy it.
I love Guardians of the Galaxy, so.
You might like it. If you love Guardians of the Galaxy, you might
They're
like
probably my favorite of the Marvel movies besides Spooderman.
it. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you love 80s shit.
I love
yeah,
80s
you're gonna
shit.
love it.
Yeah.
You're going to fucking love it. The intro, you're going to just crumble. Your heart for the 80s nostalgic, it's just going to get wrapped up in it.
Just that 80s nostalgia that I've never experienced, and I'm just sad that I'm not older than I am, but also happier that I'm not older than I am. I don't know. One of those.
Yeah. Yeah, simultaneously happy that you're not that old and also wishing you were.
It's true.
And also feeling like you are, but also you are not.
I mean, kind of. God, my fucking knees lately, since it's been so cold. Old lady knees. Anyway, okay, so Guardians of the Galaxy, Neverwinter Nights, Dungeon Siege,
Grounded,
and Dota. Yeah, I got to watch a little bit of your match. The two commentators that were talking about it,
Lucy and Paula.
Yeah, Lucy and Paula. They said that you. I think they mentioned you, but they said something about how you're like, he's like, oh yeah, he's doing everything. He was like middle lane, and then he was farm, and then now he's doing everything.
I was doing everything, yeah.
Yeah.
I was, yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. They were like they made a comment about it, and it made me laugh.
I asked them to cast that game. They're friends of mine.
Oh, okay.
That's yeah. I know them from like streaming and Dota and shit.
Yeah, I'll figure.
There was another guy who cast it also. It got double casted, which is great because I've just been watching those replays for 2 days, well, for a day straight.
Just fucking.
Just reliving the glory. It was awesome. That match was a big deal for our team. We have a soft rivalry going on with that other team, and the 2-0 them was actually it was a big deal.
Oh, okay.
We've scrimmed them multiple times. They've beat us like 2-0 before. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that feels good.
Yep.
That's a good win right there.
So we knocked them down to the lower bracket, and we're hoping that they, knock out the lower bracket and then come back up and face us in the finals, and that would be amazing.
Ooh, the rematch. Get that rematch going.
The true esports story.
Ooh. So now you're rooting for them.
Yeah, until we face them and crush them.
Them. It's like, I'm rooting for you, but I also want you to lose.
Which is, it's perfect because they have to play way more games than us now.
Yeah.
So we get to watch all their games and just absorb, their play style and shit. It's
just
great.
Download it directly into your brain.
Exactly, and we're all robots, so we can do that immediately.
Obviously.
Yep. I think I'm addicted to Dota again.
I know you are. You are.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
It was a sacrifice before, but now it's a joy again.
Well, good.
It comes and goes. 2 weeks from now, it's going to be a pain in the ass again.
Good. Yeah, I like listening to the matches and stuff. It's pretty interesting. As somebody who doesn't play Dota regularly, it's like when I watch speedrunners too. I don't always speedrun that game, or like even want to speedrun that game, or even think about it.
Yeah, but you can follow it
but
enough.
You can follow it enough that you know what the fuck is happening, and it's always kind of exciting.
I know what jumping is.
I know what jumping is. I know how to like punch this, and then you fall down here, and magically a star appears. It's fine, and then the crazy backwards. Anyway, are you ready for some news?
I am.
Perfect. Let's talk about my new video game boyfriend, Phil Spencer.
I see.
Look, it's a quickie. Anyway, I think I sent this to you last week. I don't remember. But he's getting the Lifetime Achievement Award from the 25th Annual DICE Awards.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
It's being held in Las Vegas, the Academy of Interactive Arts and Science.
Wait, that was this week?
It was announced this week. It's happening on the 24th.
This week feels fucking long.
It's a long fucking week. You played a lot of Dota.
That is interesting. I sent you my take about this.
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was? Why the fuck
right.
are we giving CEOs awards? Don't they have enough money?
I mean,
give it to the janitors.
Yeah, give it to the janitors
at Xbox. I bet they're doing great.
They're having the time of their life cleaning up those toilets. But anyway,
they get to play Xbox in between toilet brushings.
Probably. I would assume they would have like Xboxes and shit in their fucking, what is that called? The place where you go hang out and take a break. The break room. There we go. I've never had. Look, I worked in the food industry for many years. There was no break room. That wasn't a thing. You would go hide in the walk-in when you wanted a moment and cry in there.
Isn't it cold in there?
Yeah, but nobody will come find you.
What if they need to cry?
Yeah. Well, then you share corners of the walk-in. You go to one corner and they go to another corner, and you just
You cry on each other.
No,
No, you go to different
separate
corners.
corners. No touching. No crying.
Oh,
Just cry in your corner.
no touching, no crying.
Crying on each other. There we go.
I see.
Anyway, the award is going to be presented by Todd Howard. The only reason why I want to see this is because I want to see what Todd Howard's going to say about Phil Spencer. I'm just every time.
Probably something cringy.
Oh, it's going to be so fucking cringy, and I just can't wait to see how bad it is. It's just going to be cringe. It's Todd Howard. He's so awkward.
Peter Molyneux must be kicking himself in the shins right now because he could have easily been like a Todd Howard in the industry.
Oh, absolutely.
Except he was a fucking lunatic. He was so close to just being a normal guy and getting it done, and instead he went off the fucking rails.
I mean, yeah, I don't. And now he's doing the NFT thing, so fuck him. I have heard nothing about it since it raised almost £1 million. Yeah. It's probably another rug. Everybody's going to be like, oh, yeah, I spent like 3 of these things on it. And
I saw a Twitter thread about people like consoling each other over rugs. They were like, what's the most you got taken for a rug? And, people were posting their money and they're like, damn, that sucks. Like, this is avoidable, motherfuckers. Guess how much I have. Actually, that's not true. I signed up for Amway when I was like 16. So I got taken for like $120, but that's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, that's not that big of a deal. I don't think that's not like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Oh, Jesus.
Right. So some people are like $12,000. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's kind of scary. People are like losing their livelihoods possibly with like this.
Yeah. And imagine, these are the people that are posting on social media. Imagine there's probably some people not posting this to social media.
I didn't bring this up this week, but what's their faces? itch.io and a couple other smaller like developers and publishers came out and they're like, yeah, we're against NFTs. You won't expect any NFTs from us. And like a lot of people were like shitting all over itch.io for like, and they're like, yeah, it hurts the developers, it has the potential to hurt other people and like the artists. And then like a lot of other people were like commenting just like, oh well, I made 300,000 from doing this, how am I being exploited? It's like, you're one of the many few that haven't been exploited, so good for you. But a lot of other
also,
people
that's like jumping into a Twitter thread with a fucking anonymous Twitter account going, I'm actually a doctor, so I can talk about this. And they're like, oh, that's interesting. How do we know that?
Yeah. Like,
how do we know you're a
doctor?
doctor?
Do we have proof that you made?
How do we know you have $300,000 from NFTs?
Yeah. It's like, shut the fuck up. Anyway, let people have their stands. You can eat a big bag of pee-pees. But the thing I do want to shit all over this week specifically, is because they're having a bad week, is the MetaVerse. And the boomers do not care for the fucking MetaVerse on Facebook. So you may or may not know.
You don't say.
Yeah. I mean, is anybody surprised? And I'm going to kind of go into why I think this is not doing very hot right now. So Meta, aka Facebook's parent company, aka the MetaVerse, like daddy, I guess you could say, lost about $10 billion last year, it was reported, which caused them to like have a huge crash in their stocks. And it's continued to like dwindle. And I know that Facebook isn't video game related. However, I do blame Mark Zuckerberg for a lot of fucking shit in the rise of the metaverse and also the rise of misinformation when it comes to like VR and NFTs, because people there's just so much stupid shit about this. And
he's like the leader of talking about this shit in the most corporate jargon ever of like meaningless fucking bullshit.
It's like he almost doesn't understand what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
It's so bonkers. So, like...
You know what this metaverse situation reminds me of? It reminds me of The Emperor's New Clothes. Do you know that story?
Yes.
where the Emperor's naked, but he's running around and everyone's too embarrassed to say. They don't want to be the one that doesn't see this immaculate new quote-unquote color.
It's a Kojima situation. Nobody wants to tell Mark Zuckerberg no.
No, it's not. It's beyond that. People don't want to appear stupid.
Oh.
So they don't go, what is the metaverse? They don't raise their hand in a corporate meeting and go, what the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
They just go, yeah, true. Tony's on the metaverse thing. I'll hook up with Tony and we'll make the metaverse.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, okay, great. The metaverse sounds good. And you're like,
what is it?
Everyone in the back of their minds is going, what the fuck do I work on? What is this?
But yeah, so I believe the metaverse is why we have a huge boon in video game NFTs and why people are trying to push NFTs into games. And a lot of people that are pushing these are people who don't know anything about video games. And they keep thinking that they're going to be able to take their NFTs outside of their game and carry it over to another video game or another situation, just like the fucking movie and book Ready Player One. Everybody thinks that's what this is going to turn into. However, there's so much other fucking shit that has to go into that.
Did they forget that Ready Player One sucks?
I mean, yeah, it wasn't a great movie.
It's creatively bankrupt and just relies on fucking corporate properties, intellectual properties.
Relied on that. That's the only thing that made that movie cool.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
You fucking sheeple.
Yeah. So it's Facebook spreading more miscommunication and misinformation.
Although if I can get Tony Hawk in Dungeons Leash, the thing is, we've already lived in this world forever. Yeah. It's fucking mods. Mods make this shit possible and way better because we're not cutting Daddy a fucking piece upstairs. You know.
And that's the problem is like Daddy's trying to get in on that, and
this is Daddy cracking the fucking whip, trying to get his piece.
Yeah, he's trying to get his piece.
I'm a prostitute, by the way, in this scenario.
You're a sex worker. Be sex.
He's my pimp daddy.
There you go. But like
I'm a prostitute. I'm the one who is what I am, so I can say what I am.
You can do what you want, but
yeah, thank you.
So
Jesus,
it's just Facebook leading to more information, and I've seen so many reports on the metaverse because like I was like doing more Googling. It's like, how do I connect to this? And like I was trying to genuinely figure out how the fuck do I get on this whole situation? And like there's so many reports and like people reporting on what the metaverse is and what it can mean for the future, and they're like companies that are ready for the metaverse. And it's like, no, Minecraft is not ready for the metaverse. It has VR capabilities and there is a VR thing. However, you can't go from Minecraft to another game seamlessly like the metaverse is trying to advertise. No, Ubisoft is not metaverse ready just because they have fucking Star Trek VR, which is their only redeeming quality now to me. And I just found that out today, which makes me sad. But you can't go from that to that just like seamlessly. It's not like that. And like just because a company has a VR game
hold on.
doesn't make it a part of the metaverse.
Star Trek VR, this is like the Starship like control thing.
I know.
Isn't that game like half a game?
What do you expect? It's Ubisoft. It all makes sense.
And it's a VR game. Like people are barely scraping together fucking regular VR games. The idea that we're going to have one massive one that just works is crazy.
Oh, I know. And so, like I said, I continue to look further into this because I have a Rift, which means I have access to the Oculus store. And now, you know what they're calling like the Oculus Rift and the Oculus, or the Oculus headset? They're calling it the MetaVerse goggles. I fucking hate Zuckerberg even more when I read that line. I was like, that's got to be fake. Nope. Anyway, so what it...
also, didn't they... I heard this from someone else, so it might not be true, but I heard that when they took over Oculus, they were like, this is its own entity, it has nothing to do with Facebook, then they put the fucking
their
login thing in, and then now they're just straight up changing the name. Like, fuck that.
Fully changing the name, fully integrating it. And so, anyway, so in the Oculus store, what their metaverse is like stores and like events. It's mostly DJs. There's some gambling events that happen. And there's also some learning stuff. Like, there's one that was advertised called Learning Soft Skills in VR. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? And the worst thing is, I can't attend these whenever I want. They're scheduled events, so I have to wait. So
soft skills. So this is like people who are like religiously opposed to Viagra?
I have no fucking clue. It's just, I I saw that learning soft skills in VR, I'm like, what the fuck? I have to write this down. Anyway, so I hate to say it, but this is the metaverse, and it's just these events that you have to wait around to join. Like, VR chat is more organized and more metaverse than the fucking metaverse is. You go to your home in your game, you can bounce around between clubs, events, you can show up whenever you want, you can invite people to private rooms, you're going to go to public events, and there's always going to be active people on because it's got a huge fucking base. There's nothing like that with the metaverse. There's no just like hangout areas, or it's all scheduled events. Like, the thing is, they want it to be seamless. However, it just doesn't seem feasible. Like, Google Stadia can't even work without lag issues. Like, how the fuck is Facebook gonna be able to make an entity this powerful where you don't have load screens? Like, the thing about VR chat is, like, you do have the loading screens, right? Between rooms.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal. As long as you have a good connection.
No, they're pretty quick.
It's pretty quick. It's like 2 seconds, 3 seconds, maybe, depending on if you don't have the map or not.
It probably like has to download. Yeah.
If you don't have the map. If you have the map, you're like bouncing between the three. Yeah, it's pretty easy. But like with the way that I was trying to figure it out with the VR thing, I was able to join an event, and then there was another event. So I had to like go into my thing, go to my home in the Rift, then join the event. And then I waited around. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. It's boring. Everybody's screaming into their headsets, like literally screaming because it's a bunch of fucking children or old people. And so I left, and then I tried joining another one, but it's exactly like VR chat. I have to go back to my home, and then I have to pull up the menu, and then I have to do that. So I'm waiting around. It's not what you advertise.
Yeah. How could it ever be?
It feels very clunky. And the thing is, the metaverse is supposed to be targeting our generation and younger, right? Right? However, if they're going to continue to use Facebook as their social media platform, then I think it's going to continue to spiral into nothingness, because barely anybody I talk to.
Give us the Twitter metaverse and get rid of that personal bubble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They have to completely.
We got to be up in
separate.
each other's grills, screaming, socially acceptable expletives at each other.
Exactly. But like, yeah, when I go to Facebook, it's people my age, if they're still using it. They're posting pictures of their kids, and they're talking about their families and shit like that. Nobody, even the gamers that I know, don't go on Facebook to talk about video games. And like, I don't think Facebook does a good job of pushing video games to begin with, or like any concept of gaming, which is why Facebook gaming, their streaming services, continues to hover only around like 600 to 400K viewers for the past 2 years. Like, even
Total?
what?
Total.
Like, on a monthly basis, the highest that I saw it was around like 650K.
So they got like one Asmodan over there?
Pretty much. I mean, Twitch averages like
Asmodan? Asmongold. What
yeah,
the fuck?
Asmodan. We could call him that now. I mean, Twitch averages like 3 million a day. Like barely over 500,000. Yeah, I think it's just going to continue to like, it's not going to do well. And Mark Zuckerberg doesn't do I think Mark Zuckerberg should stop doing social media. They need somebody who actually knows how to do like presentation and social media to do the social media.
Why is this what he's doing? He doesn't even look like he enjoys it.
He looks like a robot.
He looks like he's in pain constantly.
He's a meeseeks. My life is pain, and my existence is pain.
Somebody wished, for him to help them create the perfect social media platform, and that was just caused a bunch of meeseek style problems.
Where's the Jerry? Get the Jerry. But anyway, so it's also full of degens, apparently, which a lot of people reported being like groped or touched inappropriately in the metaverse, which
No, you're
is
not.
creepy. I mean, it's still.
You're just that's the first thing I would go do that.
It's so funny because, like,
It's not
it's
real.
not real, but they added a.
This is like you have a dream about somebody and then you slap them in the real world and you're like, hey, why'd you do that? You're like, you touched me in my dream. I'm not in charge of that. This is fake bullshit.
But yeah, it's just weird because, like, yeah, so they added a 4-foot bubble. If you get too close to somebody, you're going to disappear. And, like, as a person who's been to a lot of VR chat.
You can do plenty within 4 feet, trust me.
You can flip them off. You can jerk off. Anyway.
Yeah. Hip thrusts are classic.
Fucking suck my dick motions. Anyway.
Eat a banana in front of them. It's
God,
it's all good.
Exactly. Anyway, so it's funny because I never had this issue in VR chat. Like, people would come up and talk to me and wave their hands. If anything, any touching would happen, it's usually a head pat. And, like, I would go to full degen parties at fucking
Do you know why?
VR chat.
Do you know why that
I
is?
have no idea. Maybe they respect people.
They've already explored that idea, and it's boring because it doesn't do anything.
I'm going to blame it on the metaverse. It's just a metaverse thing.
They're overreacting to a non-problem. That is the only issue.
It's just so funny.
Just let them do it. Once they realize it doesn't do anything, they'll stop. That's actually most of the internet.
It's just a bunch of creepy old boomers touching the creepy little avatars.
No, it's a select few. But I'm just saying, that's how you deal with all the problems on the internet. Just let them fucking do it. And once they realize there's no pushback, there's no fucking nothing, they get bored and move on.
Right.
And then the rest of the normal people can exist.
Anyway, yep. Fuck the metaverse. I think it's gonna die, hopefully. Anyway, so last two things I want to talk about. We're gonna go over these. Stadia may finally die. It may finally die.
Speaking of things that
I
die.
know.
Yeah,
I'm just fucking. So Stadia launch. It was projected to be like a gamer stream, like I mentioned before, where you stream games from wherever to whatever. Your computer, your laptop, your phone. And
I always found, that in and of itself to be a problem, like mission statement, like the perfect thing for gamers to play from anywhere.
Yeah.
They're gamers.
Yeah.
They're going to be where their games are.
Which is on their computer.
They're going to be where their games are good.
Yeah. So
So you're trying to get regular people to play video games. You're not trying to get gamers to play more video games because they're already doing it in a way better fashion.
Google, I don't know what the fuck Google was thinking trying to get into the gaming world. They're like, money! And,
They just throw money at whatever they want, and it seems fine for them. They're still around, like whatever.
I mean, it's like Amazon slowly throwing money at their gaming their gaming company. I forgot how much millions they were losing every year for fucking 5, 6, 8 years.
They haven't had to publish, or they haven't had to develop a Lost Ark, right? So this should be pretty good for them.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Just publish it out there. This should just be a publisher. We got the money. You got the games. Here we are. That's what Microsoft's doing.
That's what they should do, but I digress. Anyway, so they, as it's been known, they've had a lot of hiccups along the way. It's not lag free. It's very limited. You have to pay for the service, and then you have to buy the game on their services, usually at full price. Not to mention there weren't as many games on there as they kind of like advertised originally. So
yeah,
as we know, Google was like, hey, we're Google. You should join our platform. And they just assumed everybody would want to be on it. And a lot of small indie devs were like kind of getting fucked over because Google basically just tried to pay them an exposure and didn't offer them anything or even ask at times to like be put on that platform. Because, like, they weren't getting any kickback. They weren't getting any, like, if you bought the game on Stadia, they weren't getting anything. It was,
What?
yeah, so that was some of the...
How's that legal?
It's not. That
My
was part of
God.
the problem.
I heard that about NVIDIA, but I don't remember that about
Yeah.
Stadia. That's
Yeah,
fucked.
it was Stadia, and they were like, you're going to pay us, right? And they're like, we're Google. We don't do contracts. We're dumb. Anyway, so
Didn't you see Alex Hitchinson's tweet? We're the best. Can't argue with that.
true. But last year, they shut down their gaming studio in-house company that they had started. They never really produced anything. They shut it down saying that they were going to change their focus, and nothing's happened since then. It's been over a year. I think what they're going to try to do is salvage what is left of their cloud system and, like, the, I guess, streaming services potentially, and then push it in some entirely other direction. It's interesting because, like, Google is so notorious for axing, like, destroying a program when it's not working. And the fact that Stadia has survived for, like, 3 or 4 years is kind of interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe they should just eBay all those computers in warehouses.
I'll probably just give them away at some point.
Probably make their money back.
They're going to turn it into Bitcoin.
Expensive
They're
computers.
going to turn it into Bitcoin mining. Oh, and Ethereum. Sorry.
Can you imagine the energy bill? Holy shit.
I would fucking kill to see that energy bill. Yeah, I remember when Rightly went out and, like, Google Video Player, and they're just like, fuck that, we have YouTube now. And, like, Send a Phone was a fucking great feature that got destroyed. I fucking hate that. That made me so sad. Anyway, yeah, it may finally die. Goodbye, Stadia. No one will miss you.
Goodbye. Good fucking bye.
Good fucking bye.
Can't wait to not remember your
I
name.
can't wait till I see it on killedbygoogle.com. That will be just the chef's kiss and everything.
What do you think the headlines are going to be? Like, here to Stadia? I think not.
Oh, that one's good. That one's good. I think we'll go with that one. That'll be the headliner of the day. Anyway, Tim Sweeney. I'm just hitting it
Sweeney,
all.
Oh, my sweetie.
Just hitting everything.
What's going on
today.
with you? Do you have, like, Google alerts for specific
I have a
phrases
ton
that we just repeat
of
every week?
Google alerts, but this week was actually kind of rough. I had to dig fucking deep for news, and then this article popped up, and I was like, oh. Anyway, so Tim Sweeney, he and Valve kind of have a mutual, like, respect, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so he liked the Steam Deck a few months ago. He was talking about it, how it's an amazing piece of technology.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how it's going to be open source, which it is. So you could literally play anything on it, and Steam's not going to tell you no. Steam's going to let you kind of do whatever the fuck you want, including...
Which is the right move, because once you get hardware, it's like, you're probably just going to be able to do that
you're just
anyway.
going to be able to do it anyway. Anyway, so Tim Sweeney's like, everybody's like, hey, are you going to support Fortnite on the Steam Deck? And in a direct quote from him, in an effort to improve easy anti-cheat capability with the Steam Deck, no. They're not going to support it on the Steam Deck. And the funny thing is, he's bragged about how amazing this open software is going to be, but because of his own anti-cheat program, he's worried about people cheating with using the Steam Deck. And even though...
How is that different than a regular computer?
I don't know. I don't know, because apparently the EAC, whatever it is, it doesn't do very well on Linux for some reason, and that's what the Steam Deck's going to be running.
So if someone installed Windows on it, he'd be fine.
Possibly, but knows? Like, it's so fucking weird the way he's been phrasing this, and he's been like talking about the easy anti-cheat, which is actually owned by Epic. I didn't know this. He lets hundreds of other games use it, and it's used even in Fortnite. But for some reason, he's not going to support the game being, like, fully capable on this thing. So, like, people have been making fun of Tim Sweeney on the Linux gaming subreddit, saying he doesn't even trust his own product to protect his game. But he's okay with hundreds of other games using it. It doesn't make any sense. I swear to God, Tim Sweeney just slowly gets more and more insane. Like, he went, like, there's open source software. It would be easy to do. Steam's probably not going to try to cut any money from Epic if they did support it on the device, right? Because it would be all open source. It would be something you could do. Like,
yeah, it's not on the Steam store, so they're not cutting them out of anything.
So Steam wouldn't take a cut of it, and it would be a free win for them. Granted, the device is expensive. However, they just spent how much fucking money in a lawsuit with Apple, and they kind of still lost?
Whoa. Money.
Oh, yeah.
Tim Sweeney's not concerned with money. Don't use made-up terms to talk to this man, this genius, this
God, he's so bonkers.
Angel of our time, of our gaming
Is he
time.
an angel of our gaming time?
Yeah. What he should do, and I don't. Maybe he has a plan to do this. You know, I'm not sure, but I have complete faith in him that he, anyone who even has a whiff of wanting to play Fortnite, he's going to offset the cost of their Steam Deck.
Ooh.
He's just going to pay for them all.
He's just going to give you that money?
Because he's a good guy that cares about developers. He cares about gamers. And he cares.
He cares about the gamers.
So I would look for that move soon. It's getting a little late. I'm a little worried about my boy Tim Sweeney because of all the things you said. But I'm pretty sure he's going to unveil that soon. He's going to pay for everyone's Steam Deck that wants to play Fortnite on it. Or if they don't want to. That's the great thing about Tim Sweeney. He doesn't care. He just cares about gamers. He doesn't care about his own products. He doesn't care about his own success. He's a selfless man in a position of power and authority who cares about me.
Does he tuck you in at night? Does he?
Yeah, he reads me Goodnight Moon. We talked about this. Yeah.
That's right. Shit. He seems so like... I know I made fun of Mark Zuckerberg, and Mark Zuckerberg shouldn't be doing any of his presentations. I think Tim Sweeney needs somebody else to run his like Twitter account, and like everything else he says needs to be run by somebody to like.
No, I hope not. I hope not. This is the entertainment that we deserve for putting up with him.
It's so fucking weird that tweet you sent me was just the funniest fucking saddest shit, and I pulled this up on stream.
He's just replying to random fucking people on Twitter with like, oh yeah, I'm doing good. He posts a bunch of fucking pictures of how he's giving away a shitload of money.
This shows you how I'm giving away money.
Maybe mommy's proud now.
I love the fact that he had like an infomercial like graphic that he had like on demand to give to random people on Twitter. I want to know if he just sends that to a bunch of people or just like...
It looks like a mini version of like a booth like picture you would have at like E3 or something.
Yeah.
Like, look at all the good we're doing. Like, look at this. Like, general interest. You know, not for one person to digest in a conversation, but for a company to analyze if they want to buy you or something. Like, it's nuts. Crazy.
It's so fucking bonkers. Yeah, it just... he's crazy. He's so fucking crazy. But yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you not support it on there? I don't know. Anyway. Anyway, that's the news for this week.
Did you say that's the noose
noose?
for Tim Sweeney? Oh, no. We want him to live for a long, long, long time for my personal enjoyment. He's like my little internet CEO jester.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I just realized? Since itch.io just announced that they're against NFTs and Tim Sweeney has been kind of open to it, I wonder what is going to happen with that statement.
What do you mean? What does itch.io have to do with Tim Sweeney?
itch.io has a bracket on the Epic Store.
Oh.
So it'll be interesting to see.
I mean, those don't have to. They don't necessarily have to conflict, right?
Maybe no.
I still have not logged back into my Epic account. It's still installed on my computer, but I have not logged in like
You're
a year.
Too lazy. Can't figure it out. Fucking hate it.
Yeah. Fabian will be like, I just got this game for free. I was like, I don't care.
You're like,
I could log in, but I have to look up my password.
yeah, go for you, babe. I don't fucking want to deal with it.
I'll buy it. I'll buy it on Steam.
I'll remember it's on Steam. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind.
I think when I was making my list, I didn't even look at Epic Store. I think I even added ones from Amazon Gaming Store. I didn't even.
Oh my god.
Because the Twitch launcher is dead. And so now they have their own Amazon Games app. And I looked on that first by organizing my games. Oh no, I completely forgot. Anyway, yep. Oh, ask me how many games I beat so far.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You're gonna beat 100 games this year. How many have you beaten on this, the 8th of February?
I am at, let's see here. I beat 3 plus 10, so I'm at 13.
Oh my fucking god.
I gotta get at least 7 more, and then I'll be on a really good track. And then by the time I feel burnout,
little buffer space.
I'll get that buffer space, and then by the time I'm feeling burnout from playing all these little games, I'll be like, okay, I can finally sink my teeth into fucking
play a real game.
Yeah, like Dying Light. I'll actually slam my head more against Dying Light, or I'll go back to God of War because I haven't touched that in a few weeks. So it's the plan. Anyway, thanks for listening, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks if you made it this far, letting us just fucking rant about stupid shit.
Listen, if they've made it, I mean, I guess not everyone has listened to all 120 episodes, but if they made it this far, even a couple episodes back, they know what they're in for.
I think so.
If this is your first episode and you made it this far, what the fuck? We need to make a sticker for you or something.
Yeah, you did it. Good job, sticker. Yeah, DM me and I'll make you one. I'll send it to you.
Also, maybe get help. Yeah. Also, stop listening on your birthdays. Jesus Christ. Go fucking eat cake or something.
Go eat fucking cake. Do it. Anyway, don't forget to follow us on Twitch and Twitter at EvilSpaceBunny and TheRealPortz. Also, ignore Backlog on Twitter for the podcast. I like it.
And all the spicy memes.
Yeah, all the fucking spicy memes. Last week was pretty good. I'm pretty proud of that meme.
It was great. I think they're better every week.
Thank you. I'm trying really hard to learn fucking animation, and I've been slamming my head against Adobe After Effects. But fuck that program. It can suck my big, fat pee-pee.
Yeah. I mean, it's no Pixar, but it's when you have a homeless person doing it. You take what you can get,
true.
you know?
You take what you can get. Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye.